Bags that I just won't buy just because I have quite an established set of bags that I already own. I already have a bag collection video and I'll link it up here. I'm just going to talk about why I am quite selective on particular bags, and these are some of the examples that I just wouldn't buy. So the first set of bags that I wouldn't buy is Hermes, Birkin and Kelly's. Now these are renowned to be the investment bags, and they really hold their value, and if you get a hold of one of them, you can already instantly flip the price. You can get double, triple, quadruple the price because they sell at a premium. For me, in terms of getting one, I don't really want to play the games because I have heard stories about trying to get one and you have to spend so much in store, or you have to get close with a sales associate and then you have that relationship with them, which does take a lot of effort. And for me, when I go shopping, I just want to enjoy my time and just want to really enjoy the experience rather than feel something that it's stressful to get hold of something. So my philosophy when it comes to shopping is something that is just simply enjoyable, and trying to get hold of a bag that is rare and you have to go through maybe rude sales associates, you have to befriend them, having a whole list of problems just to get the bag, it's not really worth it in my opinion. And you want to build happy memories with your purchase experience. Birkin and Kelly, I won't get it for the experience. And also something that I would keep in mind is I don't see myself wearing any of the Birkin or Kellys because they are both quite heavy bags, especially the Birkin, and even Jane Birkin herself, she doesn't like the bag because of that. It's just not something that is practical because there's so many little compartments that you have to close and open. It's a very difficult bag to use, and for me, I use my Chanel Classic Flap the most, or I use my Lady Dior's because they are just very simple design and they're not too heavy, and it's just something that's really usable for my lifestyle. So the second bag that I wouldn't really buy is the LV Neverfull. Now the first thing I would say is right off the bat, it's everywhere, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a Neverfull, absolutely fine, it's a very practical bag, but for me, I am a little bit more cautious when I am walking around London, because if you wear a designer bag and you are going out there, you have the tendency to attract a bit more attention than the average person, because people would see your logos and they would more likely want to pickpocket you. So from a safety standpoint, it's an open bag and it's very easy to put your hand inside the bag, and because it's a outward shape where it's a little bit of a trapezium upside down, then you can easily put your hand in the bag and then you can get pickpockets really easily. So for me, when I have a tote bag, I like to ideally have a zipper, and if that's not the case, then at least create the shape to be a little bit more narrower at the top. So whether it's something that folds inward and then you can actually hide or at least close the bag a little bit more when you put your arm over the bag. But with the LV Neverfull, it's just one wide opening and it gets wider as you get to the top of the bag. So from a safety standpoint, it's not for me, and also it's a bit too much everywhere and it's a little bit overdone in my eyes, so you don't really feel that special when you wear the bag. I know Chanel Classic Flaps also have that same thing, but for me, I get it in a nice color, but I'm also a fan of Chanel's philosophy, so that's another story that I can go into in the future. It's just something that the brand doesn't really scream to me that I need to have it in my life. The next bag that I would have to mention is the Prada re-edition. Now the Prada bags, they are very iconic. These are very popular bags and they have been popular for a reason in the past, and which is why they brought it out again. They have the really, really beautiful re-edition sparkly bags, and I simply won't get it because it is kind of like a phase in time that was a trend. But right now it's trending again, which is nice. And you can bring out the old bags if you already had them, but it's still very short-lived. So although it's beautiful, it's not something that I would want to wear all the time because it is quite a style. It's a very elegant but also very flashy style. And the last set of bags that I won't get is kind of a little bit of a category within Dior. So Dior is very well known for changing their director, and along with that comes with a huge turnover of a lot of their items. So a lot of their bags that were designed by the previous director, they can get pushed out, except the Lady Dior because that is a classic. But things like the Diorama, the Dior Forever bags, those were all previous director, and they all got pushed out when Maria Grazia Chiuri came in, and she came out with the Caro, the 30 Montaigne and the Bobby bag, which the Caro I kind of already see as the replacement for the Diorama. The 30 Montaigne kind of on that similar style, especially with that new logo. They just keep changing the styles over and over. Although they are such beautiful designs, I think for these kind of bags, you really have to love the bag to get it. But because it's such a simple design, it's not very mind-blowing in my opinions. Such as the Bobby bag, this style has been everywhere. And it's a classic style that's not unique to Dior. It's kind of copied across all the other fashion houses. And especially with the Caro and the 30 Montaigne, it's also the similar rectangle style, even to the classic flap as well. So there's nothing new in my wardrobe that I want to add. So those are the bags that I wouldn't buy, but what are the bags that you wouldn't buy either? So if you want to check out more about my bags, then I will link them over here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!